Falcons that are wounded had their wings clipped and without one of their star players. They need to stay alive alone, or hopefully for Kyusuke to actually get here or get to Rotterdam. It's actually kind of a big deal. They mentioned it. Due to the VRS system, if Roterdam plays 5 games, so there's a chance Kyusuke doesn't make it to the major. Just imagine what madness that would be. We're not going to waste any more time. We're going to right into the game. So big welcome, everybody. We're on ancient to begin with. Falcons versus NRG. We begin on the team side for NRG. Oh, we certainly do. And we have got ourselves a couple of slugs, a Molotov and 2 flashbangs, and the third place heading towards B end as it looks to me in the execution of Big Hard. And then we'll see Teslas defending towards Cave up against Bro. Oh, well, he was. Quite convincing kill to kick things off there. 1 bullet to the dome. Down he goes. So, they still have 4 players alive, but they've lost a lot of their user at that point. So we'll see what comes in next. It's obviously setting up the one-man execution, so smoke towards long and short. They've all 12 to the cave entrance or the cabin. Flash over, and in they go. We have got Sonic towards the other side of the map here. Yes. Yeah, I think he must have been expecting that there might have been some aggression coming out of the Falcon side, and it hadn't really showed up, so this could end up feeling a bit flat right now. All of the utility is already on the site, and we haven't found any kills yet. It's going to run out eventually, so they need to push right now. Sonic is still on the other side of the map. He's not part of this equation at the moment. The bomb is going to be planted. Let's just not try punching in the digits, and at least they're going to do that cleanly. And I guess for Falcons, they're saying it's a full-on retake. It absolutely is. You can see all 5 players for the Falcons in the background right now. They've got a flashbang set up. We'll see whether they can retake this bomb site successfully. In trainers, so kind of a really nice headshot to the hand with Luke so they'll follow it up. It's a good one. Glenn is now gone, but the defuse is taken away. It's just on Sonic. He's a bit of a madman at times. Defuse happening on the other side. Just 6 seconds. They're going to have enough time for it, but one more kill on that defusion. You never really know what could have happened, but I do like it. That's a kind of a calm approach. They weren't panicked by the utility. Yeah, true. No, absolutely. Good point. Without the kid as well, it's a comfortable defuse. They got the opening kill courtesy of Tessus towards the cave, giving them a nice man advantage, no pressure to fight through the utility and making the heroic moves there. And it is going to be Sonic after that 1 versus 3. You're right, it's one more headshot there. He applies a lot of pressure, but they shut it down nicely. But the bomb did get planted. That's the headline here, Andy. Right. So you are going to see the 4th guy in the second round. It's quite a powerful one, quite potent. As you see Sonic with the Gorilla, we've got a few tech lines in there as well, and a plethora of utility. The first of which is towards the Roterdam. Molotov to try and deny CT access towards the elbow. And here comes OC. It's actually done very well. There's some decent space in the head here. Just getting some pressure on trying to take the cable away from the Falcon side. Sonic is over on the other side of middle. Now he is going to be their entryman onto middle most of the time. We're going to see him try and fly in there. Very curious how he's going to be flying in there. It's such an important part of the map there. If you can take it, big advantage on the T side. And some of that probably will play Falcons when they get to their own T side, because normally they actually have Kusuke in there to run into middle. That's not going to be the case today. It'll be Clones instead. Well, Clones has had a very good start. 2 kills in the pistols, got to build his confidence up. See if they can hold NRG at bay here at the 1 minute mark. Like I said, deep map control, but Falcons have allowed them to have middle. And he actually pushed this into the bomb site, smoked off. Really nice defensive play from Falcons. Forcing their hand after reassess their options. I think they have to go back towards B now. And kicks out, investigating the B rounds with the MP9 up close and personal. The only SMG looking to get the first incision, and they've done a great job there. And they're taking this full back on the tree now, and able those crossfires. There should be no way into this round unless Sonic can find an entrance. Round 1, I must say, it was a great overlap, but Tess's being there to hold the first angle as they were swinging. Because I was about to say, that's a bit risky maybe for Falcons to push out of the B bomb side, but it worked out very, very well. And honestly, in the middle, just going to be spraying down a couple. There's OC on ball, and Sonic, he can't do more than that. It's a great triple for Odyssey with the full ass. Yeah, very comfortable, isn't it? I love that aggressive maneuver. Blocked them out towards the donor. Now they're going to have to head back in towards B. Well, Kicksan, as I mentioned, the only SMG in play, gets us off the opening kill, joined by Tessus as well. Things looking very good for the Falcons. With a full eco coming up next here. So NRG uses this one as a sort of time. I'm trying to do that as a utility, but we've seen some excellent work in the FAMAS the last couple of months. It seems to be getting more prevalent in CS2. And then Simonison's a fan of it as well. 3 massive frags and just a couple of P250s here. A deal for OC, but of course no Kevlar as you go 2-0, presumably 3. very smooth sailing at the beginning there, which is exactly what Falcons need. I think CT side is usually a bit better for them. I feel like the T side is where I was like a lot more work for the Falcons team. And okay, all right, it's a nice headshot here. Kicksando, trying to keep it cool, falling backwards, see some bullets in the magazine, but mostly at the same time. The A-bomb side is kind of open for business though, so I don't know how they're getting away with so much here, and RG could be a problem. Absolutely, it's an advantage maintained courtesy of Monacy and the HE glue, but yeah, maybe burns into all days from DLCG1 and Sonic making things uncomfortable. And Monacy to maintain the advantage here. Grim, not sure the P250 will take a miracle from Nitro at this stage to save the round, but if you can find one more five enders, that's a pretty good eco overall with the bomb planted. Just going to say, try to make up for that last round, but they really didn't have the impact they were looking for. But yeah, one more kill on the bomb planted. Great Nitro. We'll pick it up. I don't expect him to do more than that a lot in 1-3, but going to put a little bit of pressure on the Falcon side of things. I would have run them before here. Going to have more guns, but see if they can figure out a way to do this. They're pretty evenly spread historically in RG. They sort of keep it almost 50-50 between the A and the B bomb side. So I don't think it's necessarily that easy to predict what they're going to be doing, but a couple of rushes for the A-bomb side I've seen in the past, so they are a team that sometimes will try to just speed up, which I like. I think it's nice to throw in some of those A-rushes every once in a while. First, the utility set there for Monacy to flush out the pocket. Incendiary into its position, follow up the HE, found the flag on the unarmored player, and we go 3-0. Here comes the first real gun round though. Let's see about the AWP, but Monacy certainly has got his. It's 5-0 right now. Absolutely locked in. It's however they want to apply any initial aggression here. It's going to be all players towards Beamer. Sonic once again watching extremities. It is going to be aggression. Decent spam damage there from TSS. Takes Roy down to 6 HP. Pretty much nullifies his round. Fortunate that was a smoke going through from TSS actually around the corner. Like, yeah, right then and there. So just filling the map here. And see what they're up against. Tangled now towards his K position. Tess is trying to hold him off as long as he possibly can, asserting his dominance. And, well, there's Monacy strikes. First blood with the AWP will find Sonic, as we mentioned. The mark play up, watching for the CT aggression. Now they've lost all the information towards A and Middlelanders. They have to commit towards B. You can't. Already fall back, you have no idea what territory you've lost. And it's Molotov in towards B. Go, hope for the best there, boys. Do some good right now for NRG, but I must admit that is a good opening. They take down kicks and still. The rotations coming in. The 4 minutes of Falcons, they are right next to us. Only 40 seconds left. It's a real bang to take down Nitro. It's just getting worse all the time. OC is going to go down next week. We pick up a couple of balls, and Rico will close out the round just like that. I don't know exactly right. They lost the A part of the map, but even before then, Falcons were pretty much in leader and B. They knew everything. Yeah, way too much information, suffocating your opposition there. As soon as you lose Sonic, you have no choice. You don't have the time to fall back and reclaim that territory. After walking to B, that's for a couple of grenades, couple of smokes, but overall, very, very comfortable for the Falcons once again. They are firing all cylinders. The star players know they have to step up today, considering the fact they don't have QC. We're seeing Monacy finding massive impact. Real bang headshot to the AWP. Nico's going to have to find that style level power once again, and Nico's holding his own. That's another potential problem, isn't it? When Sonic is such a role player on the map, when you find him in that position, you can read so much of the rest of the setup just from that one. Great to see that. A fantastic work, popping the smoke open, getting the wall bang. Marklands looking rock solid as well, anchoring that deep bomb site.
Masih kesulitan memotong pisang, potong dengan tangan tidak rata.
Really nice play from the Falcons so far. And it's another partial investment now. NRG feeling the heat. They're not pick. But he's walloped out there right now. Same story goes around with the fire. The grenade damage. But bro, they're finding the first man advantage of the game so far. Finds distance towards the cave. Still a lot of work to be done here. I think they pounce on his advantage or try and fill out the map. Looks like they want to go for it. They've pretty much given up the rest of it, so it's time to get that bomb planted. It's a little bit further away though. A little bit in the back. It's another kill. This time for the smoke. Kick Sam will take down Grim. And the first one over Molotov on top. That's going to be okay. The question in his heart there, also, he gave it all for the team, and at least they got the bomb planted, but there have to be some high wall bangs to hold on to this one. The after plant could be very good for Falcons. I was just saying this one, you don't get the bomb planted there, you might not ever get it down, so he'll sacrifice himself. Planted in 4 versus 3, 2 players quite low. One taking with some pace already, but the retake should be comfortable. Should be the opposite right here. Should be the gun over the heads and everything, but a nice headshot. Whoa, how did he have that? Solid will take one more kill, and now they're doubling up inside of the cave here, and time is running low. They need to be quick on this one. Defuses on it. Oh, through the smoke, trying to run them down. It doesn't matter if he dies. The bomb will take care of Rico. The Falcons finally feel a little bit of pain. Dom had one mission there, stop that defuse, sacrifices a teammate into the cave, hits the 1D, and it's a partial by victory to get energy on the board. It started and ended with Bro towards that cave position. Great shots as well, triple kill in total. Well, maybe close things out. It looked like it was going to be a comfy retake once again, but NRG throw a spanner in the works here. Now we've got a game in our hands. 4 buys on either side. OC's AWP. First real gun round here. Everyone's fully equipped. We'll see what kind of approach NRG want to take here. Trying to gain some access towards middle. We're going to take some damage, not too much. And we're going to get flashed in there as the Roterdams come in once again. A boatload of damage there. As goes down to 25, courtesy of Tessa's Roterbang. Flash into the middle from that B lane. So trying to set up Sonic to fight. Actually, Nucleon stuck around. I was going to say, Falcons don't even really have to fight this. Once they know that they're in the middle, they can just kind of chill out a little bit. But without putting them to the test here, smoke up in the red room, they kick some probably ways to escape. They have the advantage already right now, Falcons, so there's not that much to be done. This, I don't know if it's on a winnable round, but with Grow and Grow already being this low, very, very hard to get ahead in this one. And they only have 2 smokes remaining as well. So they don't even have the flash line and follow up those smokes. So to get the AWP off the line, you're going to have to actually challenge yourself. That's what we're going to go for. Honestly, comfortable kill though towards the cave, and there's OC. Does find Odyssey here. The sentry goes down. Let's extinguish this. They can path around it. They're going to buy their time. Wait for the smoke down towards there, and there is actually a chance to get the bomb planted here. The extra seconds are working, like you said. If they went around, maybe the bomb would already been planted by now. But the fact that they rolled it out a bit means now the rest of the Falcons have showed up once again. Scary, but Bro's going to be going down, and I think they're just going to be cleaning players from now. Don't need to get the bomb planted here. Also, good shots, a little bit of damage, but the round, I don't think it's recoverable any longer. Sam will take him down. Very good defense. Yeah, okay, says Nico. Great recovery. I feel like OC should have been saving you up there. It was 20 seconds on the clock, 3-on-1. He had the opportunity to pull back for that big round, but I know there's nothing, unfortunately. The amount of smoke kills Falcons are getting today is ridiculous. Not only getting a wall-bang damage dropping things up, they're finding kills through the smokes, and kicks to close it out as well. It's time to get out of hand. It might be a tactical time. Now for NRG, we're going to take it another partial by. It's the only round they've won so far. Opportunity for Falcons to build their resources. A lot heavier in the middle this time. They have reeled around. They've been outside of the one side. 3 people every time. But this time they want to check out the middle. Might be trying to go quick towards the donut, but that's being held by just a pixel gap from Nico. He's able to spot it out. Honestly will take the kill. I believe from the disc will say honestly that'd be a good pick because there might be more kills now that Kishuka is not hitting. It's up to 10 and 2 at the moment. So it's players I'd want to see in Nico that know they have to go above and beyond. They really do need to be stars. For Falcons, considering they're missing Kiyosuke, and we've seen the Nico before. He's a very capable Counter-Strike player, and they made deep runs with him. They played a blast bounty. We'll see now. And this is another easy conversion for Falcons. 5-4 advantage, bit of damage done towards Gray, but some territory on the map. You can see the Falcons are very aware of it. We've got Nico dug away in towards CT spawn. He knows his players coming through, and you can almost guarantee he's getting one here. There it is. It's a giant off angle when you're playing the CT spawn like that. Pretty good shot though. OC praying that he could have one more headshot like that. Now back on the tech line. Some chip damage, taking some of the guns away from Falcons, but the truth is the Falcons are still up 6-1. It's a very, very good start of change, which again, I feel like it's sort of almost a must map here for NRG. This is one of the maps where I feel like they might have a bit of a chance against the Falcons. Don't know if it's going to get any easier or does too. Still dates around us. Sure, they're only won 2 rounds so far, but the finals have been all over the place. We've lost the pistol, still plenty of time to recover this. So we're pretty desperate right now, but 5-6 rounds still on the table. It all starts here though. We've got another gun round. Full of death for NRG, not all for OC, but he does have the K47, and in terms of map control, we've got 4 players over towards me, looking to maybe just set pieces of bomb side. They need to make sure they mitigate this damage at the start. Can't get out these. It's a very similar setup. The only difference is this time Shine is trying the rest of the team. They're going to go quick. That's why they're all 5 here. Last time they were slow, they've been raided out, they've been shot down by the grenades. This time they want to pull the trigger early, and NRG straight onto the bomb side. And Grim pushing the back line. He doesn't want how Falcons to set up for the retake. He's still in front. I don't know how many to go there. Somebody should have been watching. They got 5 on the wrong side. Grim's traded out by Nucleons. He is still in some trouble. 3-3. Maybe 5 to plant it. You say that, but the intent really deny all the antics in that regard. OC, the bomb on his back down 6 points of health. And when they're remaining, they're going to pump the brakes for a second, but that comes in terms of the plan. Very vulnerable to a rebound here, but OC does get it down. 3 versus 2 with Nucleons once again through the smoke. Has been ridiculous so far. Sonic Rocket provides some magic. It's not going to happen. A change of pace, Anders. A 5-man attacker towards B doesn't really find them any decent result. I like the idea though. You can almost see how that works out in sort of a flowchart way, because every other time they've been on the B bomb site, and the problem has been that Falcons has been the backline setting up a retake. So this time they say, all right, let's take that real estate away from them. If we put Grim back there, then they can't do the retakes the way that they did before. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work on this account. As you can see with that finish there, Grim probably gets a double. I will say it's very unfortunate. Like, very well done from Falcons, of course, but the fact to keep dying through smoke so cleanly, it's got to be frustrating now for NRG. Daps will get on the microphone, try and calm everyone down. I don't think we're playing bad CS. There's been some unfortunate situations. They're getting a lot of damage on route as they're getting this bomb planted. But the thing, the bomb is going down. I feel like if they can just run deeper, then go to this PXQ, try and beat out some of the grenades first, so the retakes aren't so potent, that might be the way forward. But now we're taking a tactical turn. Now the Falcons will be chomping at a bit to change their play style as well. They know you're about to adapt and change your approach. This is when, if you're the coach of Falcons, you might be dropping an aggressive CT maneuver right now, shut down their intentions. That's an exciting prospect, because it's up to NRG to find the solution. If you can interrupt them before they or that's what I'd be doing right now, but we'll see what Falcons are going to mind. It does feel like NRG are really trying to prove a point over at the speed ball side. Like, they keep going back to a very similar setup. This time, looks like they're going to take mid first because they got Red and Sonic on this side, so it could be an attempt to try and lure that out. Almost did it before with some flashes coming in. This time the warbang, there it is. He just has to do it, doesn't he? Unreal how much damage he's had with that same warbang. They keep running into it. Let's go. We avoided under 38 points of health. Tess is not happy with that though. Remains strong. Vigilant into his K position. Clear on the other side, and he's more than willing to take that duel. Smoke will dissipate momentarily. With the default setup this time, Grim towards the elbow with Sonic. That's where the bomb is as well. So you'd assume maybe an ace split coming at this point, going to be flushing out the K, making sure CT's don't get information they've crossed over. But I'd say they'll try to go for the mid control right now and get that bomb for a donor. But we'll see. Sub 1 minute. The OC rotating over for spawn. this is the opening they've been needed so much. Maybe making this into an 8-play instead could work out. Maybe there's a chance that Falcons will a little bit overextended on the B1 side. They could be pushing it down to the B1. They actually know Falcons. They're going to find out soon. It's a really nice defensive stroke. This is the aggressive Beluga we discussed. They're going to change their mentality here. First time they've actually made the way towards it. It's so telegraphed. They don't realize they've pushed the B-round. They've got all this information. Odyssey and Nico working in tandem. A beautiful crossfire. And it looks like it's enough to see the Jury amount of the 9. They're getting absolutely battered out there. A clean sweep. Being outclassed right now, boys. That's going to be one of the worst feelings as you're about to execute that A split and then you're getting shot from the B-ball side. And even though you don't lose anybody there, it sends the message. It tells you right away they already know. They know everything they need to. They're walking in through the smoke. It's a giant trap. You already knew that because you've already been kind of reviewing outside of the B-ball side. So devastating feeling. Look out for it. Started the 4 too far behind. 8-1. Falcons playing very, very good CT side of the moment. Nothing to complain about. World-class stuff. I don't think this is a standing situation. Nucleon's got 11 for 3. Yeah, let's go. This is high.
Yang dapat super stabil tidak menggunakan.
Sure, we did respect them putting down perfect reads of the game, great rotations, fans, closely spoke, and bear in mind, sure, they've got one round of the board, but that was a partial bad victory where they had to make a heroic play through the stroke, get the 1D. It should have been a Falcons hand as well. Yeah. That's actually worth remembering, isn't it? If Paul hadn't run out of the smoke with the gamble there, that would have been it. I can't believe Tess has found it. Well, bang again, this time it's a different angle, but Tess did the damage. I don't know if he watches his demo back. I think he's done about 800 damage or so after 10 rounds just from wall bangs. He's got 4 kills from somebody representing exactly. It's been absolutely true. Let's see, under a minute now. That could be a question from Michael. Let's push over Williams in the middle again. This is what you were talking about just now, Emily. Maybe they will try and be more aggressive Falcons. That's what they're doing once again. Texas and Monty for the openings, but they've already got everyone here. They know because of their legal position, this is how you'll be attacking. Bob is bouncing here, but surely they can just set up for another retake. They've done it all game long. They are looking very average compared to the Falcons right now from that pick. They're not even getting a look in to these rounds. 5 players survive once again. Throw in the towel. They're not even defending themselves at this stage. Falcons having their wicked way with them. And it looks like one round. How do they get on the T side? Look at this. Through the smoke, everything is just pitch propaganders. Every pick, every Jury have the advantage. They've already done the damage through smokes and wheel bangs. Is it possible at all that NRG came into this first half with an idea that we're gonna make them respect us a beat and then we'll do all this other stuff eventually? They never got there. We haven't really ruffled any feathers so far, the Falcons. After win these last 2 rounds, let's hope for the best. The best of the game to open things up and blast open. Nowhere near. That's the best we can hope for. Again, he does another 90 damage to that rebound. I'm done. But finally, an opening advantage. Tess is trying to take the aggro to kick somebody, push down the B-round. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. Maybe we have the second here for an RG, but still a lot of work to be done. Here comes Tessius. He can smell you. I'm so worried for the side of the time now. Michael, good crossover there that moment. And Yoda still gets the headlines. I see there to back him up. That is getting away with so much. That probably should have been done. Maybe Odyssey still gets a kill, but that should have been a lot better. Loving his crossfires, his setups from Falcons, and loving that for Sonic as well. Confident stuff, pushing through the incendiary. Actually, she recovers AWP. 3 to advantage. looks to be their second round here. Sonic, AWP, nails the shot. What can he do this one? That's a 3, but he's only got the first one. It's pretty early on in the ball time. So maybe there's a chance he gets one with a headshot swings against Bro. Maybe he could have had a headshot, but not this time. Bro, rock solid. He's responsible for both the rounds they have energy. You can see the vibes understandably a little low for NRG, but Sonic pretty much wins that round single-handedly. Finds the entrance into RJ, picks up the AWP, brings it down to a 3 versus 1, but he's still on the knife's edge. Nucleus is feeling it today, but this is the next part from Sonic. He felt there was a moment that he gave it up, but boy, confident finish. In this last round, bear in mind, Falcons haven't had to eco whatsoever throughout the entirety of this first half. Last round, they're different, changing the pace again. Grim surely gets his open up. He converts it. That's very nice. And now Hudson can do the reload. He knows they can maybe champion dies. It's a triple to add to it. And that's what they needed. Come around here. At least get 3 on the board. The bomb is making its way towards the bomb side. Nico is the only defender, and he's actually outdoor by Nitro. I think I'd see that. Tessus in 1 versus 3 for once. Coming on more by saying get him back. And you might be onto something that changing the pace, the rush middle, and a Grim entering the doesn't feel like enough. It's their pick. Just in time, Tessus here. Okay, taking it out. Let's go. I feel like we should. Here. There's just not enough health left. Shot in the back by OC and a 9-3 first half finisher in favor of the Falcons. I'm very positively disposed. Don't want to oversell it out. It is NRG that they're playing with Falcons, but still, they did look very strong. I mean, there were some signs of life. I think Bro had some great rounds. Sonic was working extremities quite nicely. They had a couple of force fight situations as well, but generally outclassed in every facet of the game. That is the headline after the first map, and it was only the first map. Just to an opportunity ahead for the North American organization. That comes through from NRG. Falcons are looking red hot, as we said on the team side here. We're having a look at the YouTube. A couple of smokes, 4 flashes in total, and Nitro really takes Jews towards top and middle. I tried on the Falcons team that has been laughed a bit at for not winning pistol rounds, but LG actually significantly worse on this map at winning pistol rounds. Oh, really? I thought they need to do that. It actually would be very, very helpful if they could pick that up. So maybe this will be one of the times. I do like blow up here. Like you said, it's very good on Ancient, and I agree. Maybe we could just snatch that first headshot and bring them on track. Okay, we're going to do that. Get some information there, it's up the middle. Can't really do much of that. Help. No reactions just yet. Sonic bowled away in the pit as we go for mid to be here. Actually going to be calling no one off to getting the map control. To be smoke goes down, so easy. Now the city's have more vision now as to what's coming out. So we thought it's meant to be smoke. I'm going to keep 3 players with the piece out, and that's exactly what we've got going on. But the fact that they already have 3, they're going to feel like they want to go on 3. They think, oh, great, this is exactly a piece, but we're already set up. And you've only got one player defending towards the same side. It's the shortest player so far, but I'm going to say we'll take easy shots to open things up. Even if it might have been my best player there, that's not going to make a difference here. Just too many people coming at him. Sonic, and one more headshot. Absolutely critical. The problem is planting, and unfortunately, he doesn't give that. So he gives up the map control, and now they're all retaking from the short position. I will say this, they do have a kit on Nitro, so there is a way out of this round, but they need the headshots first. OC will deliver the first one. Straight back into it. Tess is lines him up a couple of good kills. There's a very nice pistol round coming up from Falcons. It really is. Played it to perfection. All those 3 players in towards the B-bomb site, and it's the important detail. They go for the mid doors first to make sure there was no close range CT, getting information that it was a fake. They confirm that, followed around towards that B-bomb site. 3 players there as well, mid to B smoke, hold them there, and it's just one player drawn. He manages to get one, but that's really all they really pick up. As we get into round number 2 rounders, we are going to see the first fight. It's double scouts. You don't see this too often, and it's quite an interesting approach there. It's going to be OC and sort of both putting their shots to take down Monacy. We had a couple of scout clips lately that everyone's yes, we did. On this map especially. It's how I imagine every scout guy to go when I pick it up, and it never really works out that way, but it's good to see that it's working for somebody. Got the kill on Monacy here. That's a pretty good start. Just taking some shots as well. Why not? A big chance you're going to get run down right away, so any chip damage you could do right now, so you get some of the health rest of the rest of Falcons here, that's going to be great. Smoke up in the middle, and they will be checking out this long position, but honestly, that's an MP9 right in their face, and Osa's not that far away. If Green can get a little bit of damage as you run away, if the flash is going to be right in his eyes, so he needs to back around the corner, you know that he's there, and the scout, unfortunately, yeah, get the kill, but a little bit of a different timing, he could have been sick. The round's still alive, though. That's the headline here. Tessa's got 3 points of foul. If this 5-7 can do some work, this could be a very frustrating round. The keep Sam will hunt down Nitro. Double smoke down inside the CT area, and the crossover. They have no flashbang through the smoke. It comes down to gut instinct, and needs to find timing, needs to push through this when they feel that there's a gap. After patrolling that prospect, and yeah, good attempts, but the round is now over. Okay, say that there's a jump and scout kill. He's still a headshot here, otherwise it's not going to be working out. Oh, a damage onto Nico, pulls out the USB, feels comfortable that he's done enough damage with it, but now time is running out. Yeah, Falcon's on there. That's a very nice attempt from the jumping scout into the USB headshot. You have to appreciate that. Now you need to discuss your options. You either take the 30 kill and allow the Falcons to regain their resources, or you go for the Hail Mary. You got 4 kills in the previous round. You've got some extra cash to work with here. There is a world you can force fire those. I don't think they will do it. But the way they're playing right now, they're hitting their shots, they are feeling it, they're making them uncomfortable. As a world, we need to discuss and say, let's go for it. Let's try and take a chance here. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve. It would be kind of sick, like you said, that they know they're already in a dangerous position playing against the Falcons. There we go. Man, you called it, Henry. That is very interesting. I like that approach. I think it says something about the mentality of the team. Either we really big, or maybe we get blown up like we did on Ancient, but at least we're calling down swing. Yeah, don't have this call at all. At 10, out in the crowd, you can see the steep lack of helmets though, so that could be a real problem for them, but it is going to be blowing OC on these rifles. The former towards middle, and down he goes quickly. Now you've confirmed they have got rifles here, you're going to adjust accordingly. Oh, the timing on his flashbang could be everything though. Just swinging with the M4, that could work. It could. Maybe a little bit later. Still do get the kill. There's no one else there to pick up, so that's a bit of a shame. Would have been sick if they could have followed it up and found somebody inside of the wall. Still, the 1-4 trade. Going out through the middle a little bit. Falcons do love these three splits quite a bit. They're going to find aircons in the middle. That could change everything. Nico knows this to take his hand control before the rest of the team's up there. He's trying and maybe overextending a bit. Nitro taking him down. Huge gamble, huge risk on his buy, but it's easy paying dividends. Round it over yet just now, because we see Nitro maybe a little bit too aggressive there, trying to recover. The weapon is still the man advantage here. 30 seconds remaining. It looks like an NRG round. To see if Monacy and his orb can find an opener. I don't think they even have time to really get this bomb down. We'll see if they've got up still next, but now towards where are we going? Grim should be able to find one. At least recognize that it's happening very early on. Tessa's only with the one, and Monacy very nearly walked to his death. Down to 10 seconds, like you said, there isn't enough time. They just have to not die, and they're going to be fine. Can't make the bomb side any longer. Hunting him down is fine, even if he's in line, nobody cares about that. He's corners, another missed shot. A massive success. The gamble works out. He said it could be worth it, based on the damage from the previous round, and here we go. I think those sort of gambles is the only way you're going to take down Falcons. They are hitting hard today. We saw an ancient. The surprise purchase, it works out beautifully. It all starts with a man deficit as well. One of those rifles going down, but the bounce towards short, kicks in, gets the information short, and one more than he bargained for. Nice stand on AC, and the fact that Grim finds the AWP and Monacy as well, puts him in a prime position going forward here. And we have got a full investment. We got to see the scout of Monacy, it does considerable damage towards O's to kick things off him. Eagles, and a tech line otherwise. So, NRG need to convert this one if they're going to stand a chance in this map. Bear in mind, plenty of counter-strike today. 4 best of 3s to players. Navi versus Bates coming up next. Stockholm champions will take to the server. For now, they're just going through the motions. The default, you can see the bombs down towards the spawn side of the B tunnel, so this will be a bit of a ruse. Nico showing a bit of presence around short. So they had some retail for mid to be split up and looks at things though. Nitro just playing with the pixel gap, going to drop the incendiary as soon as he feels uncomfortable. At the 1 minute mark. Looks like it has to be the B split. There's the smoke. Kicks on and try and show some pressure towards short. They are aware of the potential long flank that could come through. With kind of pressure on that middle part of the map, then maybe you could find a way to break through. So, there's the smoke. It's a good call. There's only 2 players into it. Yeah, both SMGs. This could be a very difficult round to handle for NRG. So don't get too close quick. That's a very nice grenade. They'll just soften it a little bit. Scott doesn't connect. Yeah, they're going to be very fast with it. Sub 30 seconds in the round. Nucleons gets one over here. And here's Nitro fighting on his own. It's fantastic work, though. You got a couple of good kills out of it. Bomb planted inside. 2v2 in the afterplant. And Nico setting up in the window. Close range with the Deagle. And watch that quick headshot. But Sonic goes right in through the door. That's not even going to wait a second. Sonic with the triple and a good retake. Yeah, we did say in the first map it was only Sonic and Bro with any sort of serious output there. Sonic with a fantastic round. Active shots all over the shot there. Managing to get that kill towards middle. Pre-firing around the door and then finishing off Nico towards the window as well. It was dangerous. It was uncomfortable. But they stick the landing. And it's going to be an Eco Falcons coming up next. We definitely have got a game in our hands now. Really nice round from Sonic in general. Very comfortable. Very calm. And we go 2-2. I don't think it'll be forced by here. Nucleons has got a control and Kevlar. Okay. I'll take a tactical time out here. The fact they put it down in such a close round, same sort of ideas and philosophy we discussed with NRG. I could go for another force buy here with a loss bonus accumulating. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it at this stage. I don't think you need to when you're Falcons, you're the favorite, but definitely still viable. Perhaps we'll be discussing those options with them. Be prepared for anything in this following round. Think about the conversation we're having on Ancient with how much on track the game was for Falcons. They never had to worry about anything. That's what I hate here. Like already, there's a bit of a wobble, there's a little bit of a doubt maybe. That's setting much, much earlier than we ever really saw. Maybe they in Ancient towards the end of a couple of rounds there, but overall, it's a different atmosphere already on Dust 2, and I really like that for NRG. The war of attrition continues, and it is going to be the force buy. So Rose, Tech Miles trying to punish Ali here, shut down the finances before they get out of control for NRG. They're normally doing that set piece, pocket straps, and these sort of rounds with a pounce through, set smokes. They do love smoking the door and going for those base splits. A big thing that Falcons are into, and if they can isolate Nitro, it's going to be the echo of that big bomb side the whole time. If they can keep going in the middle, then that might set them up very nicely. The perfect show are the position. Green's already spotted a couple, and actually, looking for a mind game here, I say, that's a very nice green on top. You can see Lucas and Kicks already dropping quite a bit. Advantage NRG, even more so now, getting a taste of their own medicine. They got a ridiculous amount of smoke kills on Ancient. Now it's NRG to find one of their own. Kicks in-game leader goes down. In terms of Yetterlanders, we don't have a ton out there. We've got one smoke and a couple of flashes, but Yetterland's very low. They only have 3 people who have read it so well. Like I said, smoking at their door and going for the spawn bomb site is the most used strategy that Falcons have on this map in recent memory. They have no Molotov to flush out Nitro. He should be getting 2 kills there. That's a good point. Can't really get rid of this now. Sonic's just playing that anti-flash position. There's not a lot they could do about it either in the barricades. Yeah, he's going to be taking all of the attention away down to 30 seconds. There's a quick one, and they can't do anything about it. Yes, they know, but it does nothing at all for them. He said 2 kills. That's exactly what he's got. They played it perfectly. That's the experience shining through there. Deadly intel. Duck and weave. Get our first headshot. Make your teammate take the next level of aggro. And then get your second. Well done for Nitro, and well done for NRG in general. Out of this round, that's going to have to be the eco now at this stage. 3-2, they take the lead for the first time in the series.
or whatever race
This is looking very good. As they slapped this round out of the hands of Falcons, who took a risk in buying. I think he said, I'm doing Tizian, and he needs to play for kills. That's exactly what Tizian needs to do. He was really good at the back platform. So, that's spot on. So much shout out. Absolutely. Yeah, like I said, without the Molotov going towards his B attacks, that platform position can be an absolute nightmare to deal with. Nitro shows us how to play it perfectly. And for now, I'm going to pass you by, as mentioned, this is Eco. It's going to be Sonic whipping things up. He's getting stronger and stronger as the series continues. 8-2 right now. Look at this forward position with the OC AWP. Previously, I think it was the Rifle and Sonic who was playing down in front. I love these slightly aggressive CT catwalks. I think one of the worst things about Dust 2 is when the CT side just plays the most passive game imaginable. So I like the fact that LG are trying to put some pressure on Falcons right now. But even if you don't fight to the death in that position, just being there. Low casualties for LG. They're in the driving seat now. First time the Falcons have been tested thus far. So it was easier than last while winning them. Uphill battle now, but still early days. 6 rounds to play, we into round number 7. 8 kids across the board, no mercy, AWP. Speaking of which, we sort of try to deny any sort of aggro towards short. OT with AWP. Watch those long doors. Going to be throwing a nice hit deep in center there. Allow him to go for a deeper angle, and it feels like it, and I think that's exactly what he wants to look for here. He's going to kill. Not quite. So dangerous though. It was a really nice idea. Sonic can save the day once again. So battling back, it takes us down to 24 points of health. They can't punish just yet. The round's still alive. Unfortunately there for an RG. Like you said, the proactive play. Yeah, we're sitting back around the Falcons have free reign at the map. Look at Brown's position. They almost have to take another risk now that they're a man down. Maybe Bruce is enough of one to spring forward. He could catch a player, maybe listen if they're on the catwalk soon. He's got Nitro playing behind it, doesn't matter. Odyssey's found great with the AWP, but he's deadly with the rifle as well. Nitro and Sonic. I still think I'd love to see him be part of that round, because I think you're right, he had that plan. That should have been the OC opening. It was a perfect maneuver, a good idea, just unfortunately misses out on the shot by millimeters. See if they can recover. Like I said, this round isn't over. They have got Sonic and Nitro roughly in time, but the thing is, you spotted one there. You can guarantee it's going to be at most one player towards going to be this wide open. So that is round. Can they make it expensive? Time will tell. Keep Sam looking for the double, not going to find it. So save an AK now, or the AWP, that's even better for Sonic, that's subjective, but they're not going to let him get away that easily. Yeah, the Coach is going to box them on one side. They're going to be calling over Morrissey and the testers right away, so they can keep him inside of this box at the moment. Sonic is such a fun player to watch. I don't know if it's about 1 in 10 games, Sonic just takes over on his own. Not that level of consistency you're looking for maybe at a top level, but there are just moments where he's so unbelievably strong. He's making all the right moves here to save the AWP. Gets him to a prime position now. Looks like it should be fine to save that. I don't see much danger coming his way. Oh, here comes Tassis though. I think he hits the shot though. I'll be right from Sonic. So sure they lose around, but he gets 4 kills in total and holds into the AWP. Their money's already strong, we know that, so it's actually the best outcome we could have done for that. It's one of those weird rounds where you're winning with the tactics, but you're not exactly celebrating. Falcon said, very nice idea. If he hits that shot, it's a very different match. You take the arrow away, your rifle's waiting with you in the crossfire, yeah, we just both kills, but and now a miss. Does get the Falcons back on the board, but an expensive one. Aaron Galil's after winning the previous round here, so NRG, they should be relatively happy with that outcome, to be honest with you. Yeah, and on a macro level as well, they're on the CT side. I feel like it could be harder to pick up rounds here, so not too sad about what's going on at the moment. Good flashes into the lower dark position. Tessis hanging around the T-spawn still, but that process here suggests that maybe they could just be going very fast to the big bomb side, which is something probably not that quick to do, but I think Ultra might be tested almost immediately. Tries to throw out a grenade, but he's already tanked up. Grenades to follow. He's down to 21 before he even has a chance to fight here. I'll get rid of them, but that's very, very hard to do. They will have to channel. There's in a Tizian now. Take for Sonic to throw the wall. And Dinky will offer up in return. This time will find Nucleons. 13-2. Sonic is feeling it right now. Is that one into yeah, right. I don't know how he does it. That's so ridiculous, but it's 13-2 right now. 50 seconds on the clock, and if Graham could find Tessis on long, that could be enough to win the round, or maybe. Or see in the middle, would love to see him have a shot level blade on him. You've certainly seen him go up the catwalk, so it's good information either way. Nitro has not heard from anybody at the back of the B-bomb side. Now, they're trying to sell the idea that it could be a bit of a split, but who knows it really will be, or they're not going through the smoke. Maybe they're committed. That's a strong presence in the middle. I thought they might go back to catwalk, but now they're going to push from long as well. 20 seconds. They still don't know for sure, NRG, but they're going to find out. That B defense is going to be tested. Already knows Nitro. Bro is gone, so it's just Nitro. They know that he's here. He is the great anchor, so they don't have to think about him. Going with a good kill. The ball is going to be planted with 8 seconds left. Here we go, then. The retake is one of those, and it's Green keeping that round alive. A retake will come off in the tunnels. They've got a flashbang, and here's the commitment now from Sonic. So there's kicks and through the burst to the Galil will take down Sonic to begin with, and very low, so Grim, he has to try and escape. It would have been OC to try and make a breakthrough, but he didn't get close to the side at all. Tessis takes him down. The Falcons barely make their way through. That's a really hard round to win. The Falcons operating with a couple of clubs there, getting the lead control once again. Contact play up and towards the B side. Nitro low, isolated at the platform. This time it doesn't work out for him, and it will be the Falcons confirming that 12th round, tying things up. They should be absolutely fine. They've been saving weapons. They've won a few in a row. Now the tactical timeout territory at this point to discuss their options going forward. There it is. But there's a chance for Gabs now to try and stabilise his half. They've had a flying start here. After losing the pistol and the second round follow-up, they took that huge gamble to purchase once again. All right, it's worth its weight in gold. It got them into the series. It was promising half we've seen so far out of them. And it's still in this game, but this is a very important follow-up round. Gabs knows it. A couple of timeouts remaining. Sonic discussing the options as well. Their finances starting to get to a stronger point with 3 players surviving the previous round. Should have a bit more firepower. Might even have the Orchid who started here with a Sonic kill down into his lower B, but Nico, that's light work of them. Exactly where Nitro would be. There was a little bit of danger there in the retake, but well positioned for Kick Sam, find Sonic, and indeed the round. And indeed, we've got the AWP for Monacy. Helmet Watch Ambers, the Mac 10 is going to struggle to leave Nitro about the helmet. No damage on the cross. Yeah, see if he can find that one player without anything. Sonic is going to be taking a nuke out on Mondo. Again, not afraid to play in their faces here on the CT side. I absolutely love it. Tessis, he's just barely back for the smoke. If they were to beat him right then and there, I think he's just dead. 4 versus 5 to begin with. Graham has actually taken up an even more forward position. How much further can he go at this stage? If he realizes that nobody is immediately on the other side here, that's a lot of information to work with, but the white part might just be catwalk here. We'll see if they can someone sniff that out in the Falcons. They're at least in the area. possible fake grip to the beast bit. It might be into something. It's another man advantage. And they have the full vision of double doors. They will not be calling for everyone to rotate over, but this is actually a bit of an issue. We're dropping back to V and Sonic on the boost. We'll find new kills. They've got a 5-on-3 situation, but the bomb side relatively open. This is Grim down towards the pit, which is fine, Anders. They'll be going for a retake here, which is a very common approach. Up against the Falcons with Monacy alive in the AWP. He's going to be hunting for you. Spot run towards the pit. I've got critically some Molotovs on the CT side to try and get rid of him as well. That drop down could have really backfired against Falcons. If it fell short, it would have been fine. Flashes. Honestly, did he need eyes to get that killed? He's going to go down and low. Honestly, could be a big problem here. Texas with a shot. He's so lightning fast as he. Honestly, the takedown pro, and it's got a lot worse all of a sudden for NRG. It's around and must win a 5 versus 3. Now down to Monacy. The flash is in the house, Harry. God damn, that was good. A 5-on-3 advantage thrown away there. The Falcons snatch it away. As soon as that bomb's down, you see Monacy is alive. You know there's always a way out of those situations. And my God, what a sequence to close it out as well. Sonic with the presence of mind to look for that drop-down position. OC getting the flying kill towards short. It looks like it's going perfectly. But you're right, Monacy, he doesn't miss a beat. That is the backbreaker. That one really hard, yes. The morale, the finances, everything. Now, we're down to just an eco here. Or possible, I suppose. Here's Kevlar as well. They've got one smoke, an SMG, and a few pistols there. OC, the AWP, he will be full eco. Sonic got 3 less kills than the entire rest of his team combined. So that's the problem. He needs some great news for him. It's great news for his family. Like I said, it's those moments, but just needs somebody else to step it up, and maybe they can still be very competitive. But I think you're right, that is a back-breaking moment. That's around you expect to win. Monacy though, beautiful shot. Well, that's that star power coming out. You know, Monacy's going to have one of those rounds. That's what the Falcons are designed to do. They have those sort of players that can pick you out of those holes. Classic strategy here. The avant-garde smokes. A beautiful down, allow you to drop down towards spawn. They're great for fakes, they're great for takes, and Nico will be taking ahead. Glenn pushing towards long. Sonic will need a couple of kills here. The first one's not bad. Has he got anything left in the chamber? Spots a couple more, and Texas will make that work of him. So yeah, a little bit of danger there, but well handled as Falcons will be taking this round. Starting to put it together now. It's a tug of war at the beginning of this map because of the economy, because NRG cheated their way to an earlier round, and suddenly Falcons are running out of map. All of that's behind them now. They're looking at being more comfortable. They've got the weapons to fight more than NRG 4 rounds. Yes, you could still make a comeback in the second half. It's not completely devastating, but they'd love to pick up another couple here. Nitro hanging around looking for any kind of a rifle you could pick up in this round, but Falcons will be on 6. Still a chance though for a 6-6 lines. Now the question. I like your optimism, Anders. You've got to. We can run a thing or two for me, but things looking good for the Falcons. Some great moments individually from Sonic, sure, but you are right. We're going to need to see a lot more output from the others if they're going to stand a chance of taking this map. I'm the guy that said they should play more FPL. I'd help them, Henry. More Faceit, more FPL, more pugs, more Premier, everything. Just get in there. More public servers. Get into rats. Alright, long corner smoke from Texas. They have to apply again. I'm seeing a couple of key pieces of utility. The Grim pushes past that long corner smoke and actually gets something well taking it. It's going to be a contact play maybe towards short here, but Sonic playing on the front foot once again. Nice setup. He gets himself another double kill and the bomb goes down, Anders. Oh, it's so much as well. The grenade on top. He's up to 20-5. He is owning it. It's so sick, isn't it? If I was able to know which of the games Sonic is going to be good in, you could make some great predictions on that one. Nico, 23 health. Grim shooting in the back now. Headshot onto Monacy, which just kicks out left. Well, I really like that change. NRG are sick of being pulled around the map. Losing out on his clutches, they take the game for the Falcons here. Penultimate round, and it's Sonic with another stunning sequence. Double kill, set up by OC in the AWP. They swing around, he takes 2 headshots, massive nade damage on the follow-up as well, setting up Green for the double. Working in tandem to perfection. Howard kicks him. I don't think he's going to make a dent in this one, but he's going to give it a good go. He's actually got free reign with the big bombs on now, Anders. There is a world where they fumble this. He has to use his thinking cap, though, because he's not going to run towards B. He's going to see if he can find another pick and potentially go for a spawn. Oh, here's it with the bomb. That is a problem. Okay, fair enough. He's so deep there as well. I thought maybe with a bit of luck it could be close towards the middle, but yeah, 19 seconds. He's been allowed to fight them one at a time, though. That's not great. If Dream would have gone down, there would have been enough time, I think, to make it to the bomb side. So who knows what could have happened. But nonetheless, great start for Sonic again. Let's have a look at this replay. You can see that's what I'm talking about. Sure, OC probably should have one there, but he takes another aggro for Sonic to get the double kill. Follows it up with the grenade as well. Ton of damage, sets up Grim for the backstab. Delivers the goods. Nice play from Grim especially. Sonic setting them up for success. And the final round here, they can get a 6-6 half. That's pretty par for the course. They'll take that all day long. I think they'll be quite happy with that at the moment. One money is a last up for question for Falcons here. Two Camille's, one tech nine. OC up last, kind of a very popular position all of a sudden. Get down into a down position. We'll see if they're going to have their finishes. I'd be shocked if they don't. I don't expect Nico to try and beat that thing, but yeah, they're already around the corner, so I'll let them know. I don't know where that could be happening. So, long control instead. Green is dead. So, on the other side, they can put it to the test right now. Grim, be careful, my friend. All the players on the other side of that smoke. Traditionally, a one and done setup. And to find that one there, be good on with nothing. The wind's falling off. The A-bombs will be compromised. Ready for the fight here. There will be no flashbang to get them out. 3 to the first. That's the one and done. That's absolutely fine. That's the bare minimum. John's behind at least. Slows them down a bit. 45 seconds. He repositions. That's a great pick off from Metro. How does he get away with that? Nico's going through the smoke over here, but the bomb is miles away. 35 seconds. They're running it back, so they're hoping that Nico can stay alive, and that hope is gone within a second. Now they're stuck in a 2 spot. It's the final round. They've got to do something. Out. You just gotta run. You can't even sneak your way here. You have to charge around the corner with 18 seconds. Nitro ready to catch him. There's a little army waiting for him here. No chance. OC gets the shot, and they tie the first half 6-6. Which remains posted now, no support.
And with the deep information, if they don't disrespect this, or if they come forward, well, it's actually come to the point now where his smoke can take over. He doesn't have to put himself in jeopardy. They're running through this. Oh my god, they're actually going to come, yeah.
Oh, no way! Double no-scope collapse! Oh, no! Easy pickup for Navi. I mean, in the face of this attack, 5th player is the only one that gets a kill. He'll double down, Monacy, but he's already down to a quarter HP.
But old habits die hard, it looks like.
That's 3. Yes, the man has 3 health left. That should be the end of him.
There's only 2 guys.
Yeah. These guys are smoking it to cut off Alexi.
Could they mess this up? 25 seconds, and Monacy is seeing red.
Wants to make it happen? Oh no, wait, dude, this is a 1 versus 5 straight up, and he's going to get bombed. He should have this red with another smoke. Oh my Monacy. One fake, the nade doesn't come through. Now he's got enough space to commit to this. Monacy, a pure 1v5, and his teammate tries to get out through that smoke. second map. We tie things up 6-6 after he posts 20 kills and 5 deaths enders. This is looking like they could actually take this map now. It comes down to another very important pistol, I would say. Both teams have struggled around. If they're not just dangerous, but at least they know that he's up here. Must be careful now, Mo. These are threats and he knows it. Focuses his attention towards that position. Nice movement to get back up towards short. Still aggressive. Doesn't want to relinquish control of middle. Great picture. The smoke is already down, so that's a big signal that someone could be coming. See if they find their way out on them. Nico is here, Tessus as well. Is there going to be any kind of a flash to set it up? Also has one, so they could flash around the corner, but it might be too late. Already on top of them at the long corner. A bit of a surprise for NRG that they were not expecting. Odyssey gets a kill, and now they finally swing. Now they're ready to go, but the smoke is gone for the cross, so it's going to be tricky. Green in the middle will catch you. Nucleons, he can't be part of the round anymore. They're rotating back. They're right quick to try and go into T-spawn. Green holding in the middle. This is going to be tough for him, though. He knows that he's alone. Should know that he's here. Somehow they've overlooked it. I can't believe it. That's a big mistake for Falcons. Another headshot. Green landing a 0-0 chance. Almost a Menacey, but I can never count this guy out of these sort of rounds, but he has no kid, no user. 77 points of health. It would take an absolute nightmare of a sequence for NRG Thorn. All the meanwhile, Green finding that space towards middle, gets himself 3 kills as they're rotating back towards B through T-spawn itself. And it's 7-6, but they are not out of the woods just yet, I'm afraid. Double scout. The same approach you saw for NRG in the first half. Didn't work out for them. There's a follow-up investment. They go going. I see Menacey and Kixan on the snipers instead of the blockade. Falcon's taking a lot of damage at the start there. Not to be smoke courtesy of OC. We can see all the 5 players on this side of the map, so really, if it is a shot of B attack or the B split coming through. Looks to be the latter. Yes, they still probably want to check out what's close to middle or that catwalk position as they're doing now. Also have to get rid of it. This is interesting. So is that headshot. That was not a good start. And of all the players that get down, Sonic who's out of it first, inside of the smoke island. It's another headshot here in the middle. Finally, Nitro activated. Really good for the one kill. It's a lot more tricky. The problem, though, looks like it's going to be planted. Still advantage in my book. Okay, RG. A very difficult retake here. You've got a smoke and a flash, to be fair. The scout on the retake, not ideal, but Nico will see what he can make of it. There's the flash. We'll set it up. That's throwing Tessus in first against the OC alone. They can't get the spray down. The spacing was good. Right for the smoke, and a great retake here coming out for Falcons. It's all about that flashbang as well, isolating those duels. AK-47 recovered by Nico. And they do indeed win their second round for Spy. Kixan, the hero of the round, has he got 2 scout kills there? What is it with in-game leaders in the scout? I have no idea. It's just always been thinking, what is the philosophy behind that? It's the emphasis on one time that it can have fun. It's just having a good time. Well, he's got some fun out there. Gets himself a couple of headshots, lays down the foundations, one advantage. And they steal the round away. It's going to have to be a 4 Spy in response here. And scout once more. OC fires up the first bullet. Long take. Good flashbangs here. OC can't pull things up. He actually gets a deagle to the face. Can't pull that for bro. Nico needs to step up here. What is happening? He's still committed to this. I don't know why that's necessary. Fighting them alone out on long nuclear. So he's going to get a kill right there. Flashed on the through. Oh, good aim. OC takes him down at 1 versus 1. The ball's at the corner though. Kixan has the massive half advantage over OC at the moment. Yeah, we'd have to be a scout headshot to win this round. Rifles are available, but the bomb is down. Plenty of time to cook. See if Kixan gets hungry for information, but he's actually rotating out of this angle. He's actually moved away from the inside, knowing he has the advantage. This might be a 200 IQ move. How is this ever going to happen? When OC decides to get about in the pit, how long before we would ever check that long position? I think it's going to be a long time. He's aware of the prospect. He's at least checking it. The kick's on the player's hand. He's wondering if OC will pick up the bomb as well and walk back. That's also a possibility, but the timing is so sick. Kixan, I don't think he heard it, but the timing is almost found him at the corner to the easy burst down. You're right, that is the 200 IQ move. Very nice work there for Kickstand. A dangerous round. Now we're 5-on-3. Bro got a couple of nice Deagle headshots there, but it was Nucleons who actually saved the day. Call for the flashes, great call. Just look at the replay. Really crispy, opening shot. Oh, the second was beautiful as well. He's down behind once he was. He gets his head ripped off. Deagle went down as well. You thought, okay, that's probably going to be round. It was a 4-on-2 technically at that point as well. But Kickstand, as mentioned, really nice play. Couldn't have timed it any better. Big brain on the in-game leader. Saved the previous round with the scout. I just picked things up. They're Anders. Fourth bang when it comes down to the 1v1. They've worked out in the first half, and you can see it's pistols across the board here. We gave them credit for the will to try and really go for it. So I guess we have to do it again. I think this could be very interesting. Back in the catwalk here. NRG do love a really good catwalk execute on this map, and sometimes they'll go through a lot of steps to clear out the border before they actually go inshore. So maybe we'll see some others. But this round looking very much like a being heavy execute. Two people inside. At that MP9 up close in your face as you're trying to get out, that's not easy to deal with. Well, running gun tech now is pretty difficult to contain as well. Okay. I feel like there is definitely grounds for them to win this one, but they do run past the MP9. Nicholas stepping up to the plate once again. If he flashbang needs at least one more hand, he gets it. Can he find even more impact? He certainly can, making a name for himself here at the pass open. As we go to a 3 versus 1, OC, best I can really hope for is a plan and one further kill. We'll get the plan. The last one comes over. No kill found. They can pass you by again. They're getting the loss bonus and the bomb down. Right. But they should be fully invest going forward. That smoke that they threw out from inside of the B bomb site on the CT side, it lands so deep in the hallway, and it's one of the things I feel like I still see a lot even at top level Counter-Strike. Sometimes it can make a lot of sense, but if you don't know exactly where the teams are, sometimes it's just a signal for them to go. I feel like it can be very risky when you bounce them too deep in that hallway. But it worked out just fine, so Nucleon's standing his ground, great work. He's been great in general today. He's very impressive on Ancient as well. Good stand in given circumstances. This is looking very good, very comfortable. Yeah, we added him into Kickstand. We get to play all his roles from the academy team, and an opportunity to put himself in a shop window. You know, show that he can be a world-class player going forward, and he's giving him hell out there. Very decent beat hold. I said if he doesn't get one kill there, the round could be over. He gets a double. He shuts it all down. Has his teammates in a very winnable 3 versus 1. As mentioned, the best you can hope for here is a partial buy for NRG. They'll bring out a few pistols, but I'm not seeing any Kevlar out there. Just for Sonic, he's got a Glock, now a Deagle, and the helmet. Same story for Grim. So now a foregone conclusion, they give this round up. Sanjo, 23-8, starting to slow down a little bit. Almost to be expected, right? He's put in so much work. I mean, taking off, they haven't had a lot of anymore. He's still worth finding out because they've been relying on him to get some of those things in the first half. They're going to have to call his number again at some point when they start to make a bit of cash here. Looking for it's going to be a 10-7 scoreline. At which point Falcons probably start to feel a bit more comfortable. They start to have a little bit more money, with 3 of them are completely dead broke here, so we'll see. Obviously upper dark, so very good chances that we're going to see something similar as in the last round. Could be a team to put some pressure on one side. Oh, it's walking it away? Okay. The problem is NRG are sort of favoring the catwalk position. That's where Nico plays on the other side. So they're sort of playing into Nico. I don't know if I love that. Well, Nico hasn't got into his godlike form as of yet. Had a few frustrating moments, been taken down by the pistols, caught out of position a few times. Kickstand has really stole the show here for the Falcons. Winning the clutches, getting the scout kills. He's really got them back on their feet here in the second half, especially NRG. A desperate round. Oh, pretty desperate shot at that range with the Deagle as well. decent control of the map for 25 seconds here. Mid to B smoke goes down, but it is going to be A where they finish their attack. And look how well Falcon's reading it. This shows that they've been watching a lot of different work. It might be able to, but there's only 15 seconds left. They're really running it all on time. Rico does go down. This is going to get one can return 10 seconds on the clock here, and what a flash setup. Tends to get the kill. I want to see with the assist as well. That's going to be Sonic here, 1 versus 2. Just a couple of seconds left here. Bomb. I can't believe it even planted. And it would have been so sick, but Nucleons will defuse the threat. It will be Falcons to win the round. Running out of time and space now in the series. That's double digits. An admirable attempt there from NRG. I like the play, going through City Spawn, finding Rico, made things uncomfortable. Sonic with another couple of kills, bringing his game back to life after I mentioned he slowed down a little bit in the last few rounds. But Tessez, my God, this was good. Very clean. Good taps toward that A bonsai, gets the quad kill. Let's have a look at that in slow motion. Very clean. It's so devastating, isn't it? Flash setup for Odyssey. I'm impressed that Falcons didn't rotate well to go around in the middle with the dealer, but NRG, like I said, they do this a lot where they have this very heavy clear of mid before they go catwalk, so maybe Falcons have just been watching a lot of that. This time we're backing up a dog again. Yeah, we're going to that B-pound, smoke goes down, lose it closely. I think they'll calculate now, reset the round, assess their options. I don't feel like running for a smoke at this stage of the game. Losing shroud of money is going to be busted. Falcons a couple of rounds away from victory. There's a flashbang tomorrow, sure. Courtesy of Sonic. It's going to try to a default setup at this point. Bomb's going to be making his way outside the B tower. It's up to be a mid to be smoke. There's only 2 players towards that B side, no one patrolling middle, so this could be the perfect call. Sonic checking it out. Truly, the Gravy's been holding long. That is the opening of a lifetime. Osu's taking out hits on just one defender inside of B. Nucleons just standing and they're coming everywhere. It's going to be broken to stay down. I don't go for this. Yeah, that's a quick call. Yeah. And they've got a nice advantage here. You don't throw money away. You can see they don't have a huge reservoir of cash. Save the orb. Save a couple of F4s. Great call by NRG. Couldn't have played that better. I want to see that kill from Osu. He got one through the smoke. I'm wondering if they popped it open or he just shot through it cleanly and took down the initial defender. That was kick Sam. Nicholas did well, but you can see he was surrounded. Managed to get one. Okay, what the hell? That is so ridiculous. But you know what? We need this version of Grim though. What he could do with the rifle, I think Mikey Bassam, he's brought onto the team and, for the firepower. We need shots like that. Yeah, Captain George. Definitely an upgrade. Back in a North American team. They're looking fantastic here. And a great team. They take down every member of the Falcons there. That is huge. I said the money wasn't great for the Falcons there. They'd already decided to save 3 weapons there. They hunt them all down. And it started with that ridiculous case. It was pretty smoke, but he definitely had vision. But look at this ridiculous drive-by from Grim. I'm glad we saw this POV. It doesn't get cleaner than that, I guess. I want to run boost as well. Taking on their feet. Guaranteeing the kills. Sometimes when you see the shot from the person making it, it doesn't look as impressive, but this actually looked even more ridiculous. Yeah, his point of view. He didn't even really stop. Fucking savage. So it is going to be a 4-star sorts here. Table for Monacy. Would have loved to have saved that up. Fairness for Nico. I've watched enough Falcons collapses to know that this is starting to feel like it could be that happening. Money is running up. They already have the advantage. Now, I can see NRG laughing a bit. Sonic is playing very low. Really starting to feel the game a bit more. This could be very risky. We're pushing onto the A side here. They're so what a spring down from Nucleons. He's got 2 of them, and Nitro's dead already. He's got 1 health left. Cannot win this round. What a save that is. It was feeling so interesting. It felt like NRG were about to run away with this second half. It's shut down very quickly. The rocks pulled from underneath them. Fantastic ride over things up. The follow-up spread, it couldn't have lined up any more for them. You can see them turning from the flash as well. That was the key piece of utility there. It doesn't blind them, but then averting their gaze. Right. For the swing to come through, that's what it's all about. They could absolutely manhandle that. As Newcastle gets the double. 1 round away for series points. Because now we'll have the AWP. Nice injection of cash after a clean previous round. Spotted one. It's a quick shot, doesn't connect. Greg couldn't have been any more in his face at that point in time. Like he was trying to catch it with his forehead. Down to 49 health. Individual utility as they're setting up for some catwalk pressure once again, which they do love. Still got plenty of time on the clock here. And they've got Grim out on long, so if there's a level of distraction here, let's see if Grim can be activated at the right time. It's such a hard way to play lurking that long position. If you're too late or too early, it just doesn't work. Well, trying to clear out the double toss here. They're out of time in the series. One more time in the row, I said one minute. Got to be setting up that mid to be stroke once again is Bro, 4 players. Out towards the A side of the map with Grim patrolling along for the backside. So this will be an A finish, Anders. The mid to be stroke's a bit of a ruse, try and keep the players on that side of the map. Comes down to this. It's Nico to defend. 14 and 15 with a double kill in the previous round. I feel like Falcon is low already. They have such a good lead on what's coming. Emirates did anyone away. Obviously from the smoke, but low down. Solid work from Nico. A couple of quick headshots, but he's got rid of Lucy. Where's the kill on? Still 25 seconds behind. He's been creeping out. It doesn't matter. His teammate is there. That's a nice pickup from Texas. That's all he needed. They didn't need any more kills. 18 seconds left. And they know exactly where Grim is coming from. Trying to make that run, but Nucleons will stop him. And Falcon's close to stopping the energy in this series. Dust 2 looking much better than Ancient, that's for sure. But it's close. The Pro Cigar by the looks of things. Shut down his last couple. Very convincing from Nico, especially. I said he got a double in the previous. He gets a double once again. And Tess says, looking razor sharp with that AK-47. Confirms the round. Nucleons to finish things off. And yeah, of course, you have to buy now. Series point, 3 pistols, a scout and a galore. It doesn't look good. No damage exchange, but it's also taking the prize down to 19. And an exciting equal fight there. Onslaught and free to take another look. But as you know, Sam, this is the hardest one to pick up. No teams seem to be able to close games out cleanly these days. There's no one on the City side. If they do this on RG, then they can force that overtime. I think it's within striking distance. I'm going to remain optimistic. Okay, I feel like they finally got something going here. They need to keep it a little while longer. What's the final call, Nitro? What have you got for us? No one out middle. Not yet, at least. Sonic will be setting up another mid to be smoke. Nucleons had a great game so far, especially in the CT side just 2. It's going to be the B pounds. It's Kicksan ready for them. Log smoke comes through. And this could actually be really sick. They've got Nucleons occupied in the middle, so just one defender, but they're not quite checking it. Sonic goes down. Rest of the push. They need to go right now. I feel like this is very mistimed right now for NRG. Just not finding the words at the time for it. Nitro goes down. Bomb. I don't know if they could do anything around here. 2 versus 4. Kicksan seems to have his teammates. Doesn't need to overstep the mark here at all. You're up against a DB and a scout and a 4 and 2. Not where you want a scout at all. This is not the perfect weapon to try and hold all this up. And he's done some damage with it. Everything else, you've got to appreciate that. But they're coming through the window. He's on the side. Headshot. But it is too much. They cannot hold on any longer. The Falcons with a great start in World Blast. Yeah, absolutely true. And there's enjoyed that showing from the Falcons, especially from Academy player Nucleons. He stepped up and went above and beyond. Time and time again. Showing that he can play at this level. NRG, better than Ancient, but overall, it's an impressive ditch for the Falcons, and they kick off their campaign here at the blast open. NRG attempt to go super soft, but they took the reins knocked out of them, and Falcons take their victory. Strong showing from Falcons, a little bit to be desired from NRG perhaps, but I think focusing in on Falcons, showing up really well for their first match with the stand-in back in. Couldn't really ask for much more, to be completely honest, for Falcons to get the job done. They get it done in a convincing 2-0 fashion, and I think the biggest takeaway from these Nucleons, he was targeting on Dust 2, and I think he passed the exam by